I wanted to arrange an unforgettable Christmas trip for the whole family, dreaming of the children's joy and the festive magic of New York. But at the airport, my son-in-law coldly announced, "We gave your ticket to my father. The children love him more." My daughter nodded silently as if the betrayal were a trifle. I left, my heart broken. You won't believe what happened a few minutes later. Before we continue, please subscribe to the channel and write in the comments what time it is where you are now. The Boeing 747 model sat between my DC-3 and the Concorde. I ran the dust cloth along its fuselage, careful around the tiny landing gear. 300 aircraft lined these shelves. 40 years of collecting. The phone buzzed on the workbench. Octavia lit up the screen. "Hey, sweetheart, what's all the commotion?" "Dad, you're home. I've got everyone here. Sophia, Obadiah, come say hi to Grandpa." Background noise exploded, both kids screaming at once. "Grandpa, Mommy says you have a surprise." I grinned. "Well, I was going to wait until Sunday dinner, but since you're all there, how do you kids feel about New York City at Christmas?" The real New York, with the big tree? The real one. Business class tickets, Broadway show, skating at Rockefeller Center. 5 tickets. You, me, Octavia, Thornton, and... "Mom! Mom! We're going to New York." I pulled the phone from my ear. The volume hit like a jet engine at full throttle. My eardrums survived air traffic control towers, but these grandkids might finish the job. Octavia laughed. "Dad, you didn't have to." "I wanted to." "Flights booked for December 23rd. We'll spend Christmas Eve and Christmas Day in Manhattan." "That's generous, Lester." Thornton's voice came through distant, flat. "Thornton, you there?" Yeah, it's great. Really great." Something in his tone made me pause. Not excitement. Not gratitude. Something else. The call ended with more screaming from the kids. I set the phone down and picked up the 747 again. My hand trembled slightly. I put the model back without placing it on the shelf. 2 days crawled by. Thursday evening, headlights swept across my living room window. A car door slammed. Knocking. Thornton stood on my porch holding a bottle of Jameson. "Brought you some whiskey. Figured we could have a drink, just us guys." "Not like you to drop by unannounced. Everything okay?" "Everything's fine. Can't a guy visit his father-in-law?" He poured drinks without waiting for glasses. Found them himself in my kitchen cabinet. Settled into the armchair like he owned it. "How's work?" He waved his hand. "Same old?" "Hey, I wanted to talk about the trip." My chest tightened. "You're not canceling on me, are you? Kids are over the moon." No, it's just my dad, Oswald. You know he's been alone since Mom passed. 3 years now." "I remember. Sent flowers." Thornton leaned forward. Ice clinked in his glass. He mentioned how he's always wanted to see New York at Christmas. The tree, the lights, all of it. Never got the chance. That's unfortunate. He's 64. Not getting younger. And you know how it is. He doesn't have much. Living on a fixed income. I set my glass down, too carefully. "Thornton, what if he came instead? Just this once. The kids love him. They call him Pop Pop. He'd really appreciate it." The whiskey burned in my throat. "This is a family trip. My family. You, Octavia, the kids, and me." His expression shifted. Warmth drained from his eyes. "Right, your family. Got it. Look, maybe next year we could plan something that includes..." He stood abruptly. Chair legs scraped hardwood. "Forget it. Bad idea. Thanks for the drink." "Thornton, sit down. Let's talk about this." "Nothing to talk about. See you at the airport." The door closed hard. Not quite a slam, but close enough. His whiskey sat on the side table. Full glass. Untouched. $28 worth of Jameson sitting there. He brought it, poured it, left it. That's when I knew something was seriously wrong. Thornton never wastes alcohol. I stood at the window. His taillights disappeared down the street. Didn't move for a full minute. That uneasy feeling from the phone call 2 days ago came roaring back. I picked up the 747 model again. My hand shook worse this time. Outside in his car, Thornton sat with the engine running. Snow fell on his windshield. He dialed, waited. "Dad, it's me." His father's voice crackled through. I couldn't hear it, but I knew. No, he didn't go for it. "Yeah, I know what we discussed." "Okay. Plan B then. You sure about this?" "All right, I'll handle it. See you at the airport." He hung up. stared at my lit window where I stood surrounded by model airplanes, pulled away slowly. I reached for the Boeing 747 again. My hand stopped midair. Something's coming. 6 days until departure. I called Octavia at 9 in the morning. Let it ring 6 times before she answered. "Morning, sweetheart. Just checking in. Kids excited?" "Yeah." Her voice came out flat, mechanical. "That's it? Just, yeah?" "They're excited." "Octavia, what's wrong? You sound—" "Nothing's wrong. I'm busy. Can we talk later?" "Busy with what? It's 9 in the morning. Dad, please, I'll call you back." "When?" "Later." She hung up. I stood in my kitchen holding a dead phone. She didn't call back. 4 days to go. The phone rang at 2 in the afternoon. Unknown number. "Grandpa?" Sophia's voice came out barely audible. "Sophia, honey, I can barely hear you. Is everything—" "I'm in my closet. I don't want them to hear." My pulse spiked. "What's going on? Are you okay?" "I'm fine. But Grandpa, something's weird. Daddy and Pop-Pop keep talking in the garage. I heard them say your name." "What did they say exactly?" "I couldn't hear all of it. But Pop-Pop said something about tickets, and Daddy said he won't even see it coming." "What does that mean?" I controlled my voice, kept it steady for her. "I'm not sure, sweetheart. But listen to me." "Someone's coming. I gotta go." The call ended abruptly. 3 days. I walked next door to SIL Parker's house. He answered in slippers and a cardigan, coffee mug in hand. "Sit. Coffee's fresh." "Thanks for seeing me, Sil." He poured without asking how I took it. Knew already. "You look like death. What's eating you?" "My son-in-law. Something's off." "Off how?" I explained everything. The whiskey visit. Octavia's cold shoulder. Sophia hiding in her closet. Sil sat down heavily. "How much is this trip costing you?" 12,000. Why?" He whistled low. "That's motive right there. Lester, I spent 30 years investigating people. Your son-in-law's planning something." "Like what?" "Don't know yet. But a man who brings expensive whiskey and doesn't drink it? A wife who suddenly won't talk to her father? Whispering in garages?" He shook his head. "That's not normal family behavior." "What do I do?" "Keep your eyes open. Trust your gut. You spent 40 years in air traffic control. You know when something's about to crash before it shows on radar." "My gut's been screaming for 3 days." "Then listen to it." In 30 years of investigating, Sil learned one thing. When a cheap bastard brings expensive whiskey and doesn't drink it, he's either dying or scheming. Thornton looked healthy to him. One day, I tried texting Octavia. "Please call me. I know something's wrong." 2 hours passed. Nothing. "I'm your father. Whatever's happening, we can work it out." 1 hour. Silence. Then, "Everything is fine." "Then why won't you talk to me?" "I'm talking to you now." "This isn't talking. This is typing. Call me." No response. I stared at the screen. Waited. 20 minutes. 40. An hour. "Octavia?" 3 hours later. "See you tomorrow at the airport. 5:30 a.m. "That's all you have to say?" "Tomorrow." I didn't sleep. Sat at the kitchen table at 2 in the morning with boarding passes spread out. Coffee gone cold. Picked up my phone. Put it down. Picked it up again. My suitcase sat by the door. I'd opened it. Stared at folded clothes. Closed it without packing anything. Did this twice. Unpacked. Repacked. At some point I packed for Antarctica. 3 scarves. I don't even own 3 scarves. Flight day. Buffalo Niagara International Airport at 5:30 in the morning. I circled the parking lot 3 times because a minivan kept stealing spots. Managed aircraft weighing 400,000 pounds, traveling at 500 miles per hour. This Honda Odyssey defeated me. Finally parked, grabbed my bag. Saw them near the entrance. My step faltered. Oswald stood with the family, smiling that broad smile. Hands in his coat pockets. He wasn't supposed to be here. Sophia gripped Octavia's hand tight. Saw me and started forward. Thornton called her back sharply. She froze. "Morning, everyone. Kids, you ready for—" Stopped when Oswald turned that smile on me. "Lester, good to see you." "Oswald, I didn't know you'd be here to see us off." Thornton's voice came cold. "He's not seeing us off." Obadiah tugged my coat. "Grandpa, why's everyone acting weird?" Sophia stayed quiet. Wouldn't let go of my hand. Squeezed so hard my fingers went numb. "What's going on?" Octavia stared at the ground. Wouldn't look at me. "Octavia, look at me." Nothing. Her lips barely moved. We'll explain at check-in. Let's get in line. Thornton started walking. We're running late. I checked my watch. We're 40 minutes early. Just move. We walked to the check-in counter. Nobody spoke. Obadiah bounced on his heels, oblivious. Can we get McDonald's after we check in? The agent called out. Next in line, please. Thornton stepped between me and the counter, blocked my path. Lester, we need to talk. We can talk after we check in. Oswald moved closer, still smiling. This won't take long. There's been a change of plans. I looked at Octavia. What kind of change? Her eyes stayed down, voice barely audible. Thornton. I'll handle this. Sophia pulled my hand. Grandpa, I want to go with you. Thornton ignored her. Lester. Thornton's mouth opened. Words came out. We gave your ticket to my father. The coffee cup slipped in my hand. Caught it awkwardly. Hot liquid splashed my coat sleeve. Didn't feel the burn. You... What? Oswald stepped forward with luggage. Bright orange suitcase with a tag reading, World's Best Grandpa. He smiled that broad smile. Surprise! I'm going to the Big Apple. My mouth opened. Nothing came out. Swallowed. Tried again. Octavia? What is he? The kids love him more than you anyway. Thornton's voice came cold, precise. He's a real grandfather. Someone who knows how to have fun. That's not... You can't just... Already done, buddy. Oswald rocked on his heels. Your ticket's now in my name. Delta confirmed it last night. Last night. While I sat in my kitchen staring at boarding passes at 2 a.m, they were on the phone transferring my seat. You changed my ticket without telling me. Around us, other travelers slowed, gave us space. A woman with a stroller moved aside quickly. Sophia screamed. Actually screamed. No, Daddy, no. We want Grandpa. We want Grandpa. Thornton grabbed her arm, pulled her back hard enough that she stumbled. Sophia, be quiet. Adults are talking. You're mean. I hate this. Grandpa's supposed to come. He jerked her arm again. Shut it. We decided. Pop-Pop is coming instead. Obadiah tugged my coat, confusion all over his face. Grandpa, aren't you coming? Who's going to show me the big tree? My voice cracked. Buddy, Pop-Pop will show you. Thornton cut me off. He's better at this stuff anyway. Obadiah started crying. 6 years old, tears running down his face. But I want Grandpa. I looked at Octavia. She stood there, purse clutched like a shield. Eyes on the floor tiles. Wouldn't look at me. Octavia, look at me. Nothing. Look at me. She lifted her eyes for half a second, dropped them again. Her lips moved without sound. Maybe saying, sorry, maybe not. Is this true? Did you agree to this? She nodded. Barely, but she nodded. Why? After everything. Why? Because she's my wife, Thornton answered for her. She does what's best for our family. I'm her father. You're a retired old man with a house full of toy airplanes. Oswald is vibrant, active. The kids actually enjoy him. Oswald laughed, put his hand on my shoulder, patronizing, like I was a child who needed comforting. Nothing personal, Lester, just how it is. I jerked away. His hand fell. The terminal sounds faded. PA announcements became white noise. My vision blurred at the edges. Chest tightened like someone was standing on it. I was holding the $7 airport Starbucks coffee. Burnt my hand when I almost dropped it. That coffee cost $7, and I couldn't even enjoy the pain properly, because I was too busy having my heart ripped out. Sophia grabbed my hand, squeezed hard. Grandpa, don't go. Don't leave us. I crouched down, eye level with her. Tears everywhere. It's okay, sweetheart. You'll have fun with Pop-Pop. I don't want Pop-Pop. I want you. Standing up took effort. My legs felt wrong, like they belonged to someone else. Enjoy the show, the skating, all of it. Thornton's face lit up, triumphant. We will. Oswald smirked. Sure you don't want to wait around and wave goodbye? They laughed. Thornton and Oswald high-fived, actually high-fived, like they'd won the Super Bowl instead of stolen a Christmas trip from a 68-year-old man. Their palms made that slapping sound you hear in every bad action movie. I turned, started walking, one foot, then the other, mechanical, automated, toward the exit doors, away from my granddaughter crying, away from my daughter who wouldn't look at me, away from everything. The automatic doors approached, opened. Cold air hit my face. Snow falling heavier now outside. My hand reached for the glass. Pressed flat against it, my reflection stared back. Old man, defeated. Behind me, the terminal with its fluorescent lights and holiday travelers and my family, celebrating my humiliation. 40 years I worked here. My hand curled into a fist against the glass. Behind my reflection, deeper in the terminal, I could see them. Thornton with his arm around Oswald's shoulder, laughing. Something clicked. I worked here 40 years. I have connections. My phone came out, hands shaking. Took 3 tries to hit the right contact. Ted O'Brien, senior Delta manager, owed me more favors than I could count. Minneapolis. The Hernandez situation. That thing in 2019 nobody talks about. I moved to a pillar, leaned against it, needed the support. The phone rang twice. Lester, it's 5:30 in the morning. You at the airport? I need your help, right now. What's wrong? You sound... My son-in-law just stole my ticket. Gave it to his father. My granddaughter is crying. I need immediate assistance. Silence. Then, wait, what? Stole your... Can you meet me? Now? In the terminal? I'm not in yet. Ted, I'm calling in every favor. 40 years. Remember Minneapolis? Remember the Hernandez situation? Long pause. Where are you? Delta check-in area. I'll be near the service corridor entrance. I'm 20 minutes out. Do not do anything until I get there. 20 minutes. I'll wait. Lester, thank you. I ended the call. Turned around. Across the terminal, they were still celebrating. Oswald had his orange suitcase, that world's best grandpa tag mocking me from 50 yards away. Sophia sat on her suitcase now, face buried in her hands, shoulders shaking. Obadiah stood alone, sucking his thumb, something he hasn't done in 2 years. My hands stopped shaking. 20 minutes. I can wait 20 minutes. Time to work. The service corridor door opened at 5:42. Ted burst through wearing his winter coat, carrying 2 coffees. Saw my face. Set the coffees down fast. All right, I'm here. Talk fast. I've got 16 minutes before morning rush. My son-in-law changed my ticket to his father's name without my permission. He told me this morning at check-in. He what? Lester, you can't just... The tickets are in my name. I'm the purchaser. My credit card. I never authorized any changes. Ted sat at the computer terminal. Pull up the confirmation number. I handed over my phone, already loaded. His fingers flew over the keyboard. Jesus, they did change it. Yesterday at 11 p.m. Who processed this? Does it matter? It matters because someone violated protocol. You can't modify tickets without cardholder authorization. This is fraud, technically. Can you fix it? He paused, looked at me. Les, this is risky. If they complain, they stole my family. Will you help me or not? Long silence. The computer hummed. Somewhere down the corridor, a cart rolled past. One condition, non-negotiable. Name it. The kids come with you, both of them. I won't separate children from a grandfather who clearly loves them for parents who are using them as chess pieces. That's not a condition. That's the entire point. I mean it, Les. If you're doing this for revenge, I'm out. If you're doing this for those kids... Did you hear my granddaughter screaming, begging to stay with me? His expression softened. I believe you. Okay, let's do this fast. He turned back to the screen. Started typing. Airport coffee sat between us. The kind that tastes like it's been filtered through someone's gym socks. But it was hot, and I needed it. That's friendship. Terrible coffee at dawn. Okay, original reservation was 5 passengers. You, daughter, son-in-law, 2 kids. Correct. Unauthorized change removed you, added Oswald Simmons. Same seat, different name. Reverse it. Not that simple. Once processed, the system. Ted, you've overridden systems for 40 years. I've watched you. He smiled slightly. That was different. This is more important. What do you need? Manager code, fraud flag, cardholder verification. Then I can reverse and reconfigure. How long? He checked the clock. 10 minutes if nothing breaks. 12 if I'm careful. Be careful, but fast. That's not how it works. Ted, fine. Sit there. Don't talk. Let me think. 5 minutes of typing. Just keyboard clicks. My fingers drummed the counter. Couldn't stop them. Ted noticed. Recognized the stress pattern from our dispatch days. Didn't comment. Come on. He muttered it under his breath. What's wrong? Nothing. System slow. Holiday overload. 2 more minutes. The Delta system made this sound, like a dying printer having an asthma attack. Ted muttered something about legacy software from 1987. I controlled flights with better technology in 1987. Okay. I've got the original reservation back. Now I'm removing the unauthorized parties. Unauthorized parties? Legal term. Sounds better for paperwork. Removing Thornton Simmons, Octavia Richardson Simmons, Oswald Simmons. All 3? You bought 5 tickets, 5 seats. You're taking 3. You and 2 kids. The other 2 stay grounded. Both parents? He looked at me. You want your daughter on that plane after what she did? I opened my mouth, closed it. 90 seconds passed while I wrestled with that question. She's my daughter. But she nodded. She enabled this. She watched her children cry. No. Final config. Lester Richardson, Sophia Simmons, Obadiah Simmons. Enter? Enter. Key press. Pause. The computer beeped. We exhaled simultaneously. Hadn't realized we'd been holding our breath. Done. You're checked in. Boarding Group A, gates printing passes now. I stood, straightened my coat, ran a hand through my hair, forced my shoulders to relax. Physical preparation for confrontation. Ted, thank you. Go get your grandkids. I walked through the corridor, emerged into the public area. Thornton saw me, frowned, confused why I was coming from the employee section, kept walking, steady pace. Sophia, Obadiah, come here, please. Where have you been? Thornton stepped forward. Kids, we need to board. Let's go. Sophia jumped up from her suitcase. We're going? With you? Obadiah looked confused. But Mom and Dad? Just you 2 and Grandpa, like I promised. Like you... What are you talking about? Oswald stepped forward. Lester, I think there's been a misunderstanding. No misunderstanding. I paid $12,000. My name. My credit card. I decide who flies. The tickets are changed. I changed them yesterday. Without my authorization. That's called fraud. But I fixed it, Octavia whispered. Fixed it. The children are coming with me. You 3 are staying here. Thornton's face went red. You can't... That's not... What did you do? I corrected an unauthorized change. Delta was very helpful. Oswald pulled out his phone. This is ridiculous. I have a boarding pass right here. That's been canceled. Check your email. Thornton checked his phone. His face went from red to purple. You son of a... Language. Children present. He lunged forward, reached for Sophia's arm, wild movement, desperate. Sophia, you're not going anywhere. Sophia backed away. Dad, stop. I stepped between them. Don't touch her. She's my daughter. Sir, please step away from the child. The security officer appeared from my left. Female. Badge reading, Martinez. Her partner came from the right. Thornton tried to push past me. This is my daughter. He's kidnapping her. The male officer addressed him directly. Sir, I need you to step back, now. This is insane. He's the one... Sir, is that your daughter? The male officer pointed at Sophia. Sophia's voice came out frightened, small. He's my dad, but I want to go with Grandpa. Martinez looked at me. Are these your grandchildren? Yes. I have custody for this trip. I'm the ticket holder. Do you have documentation showing custody? The male officer asked Thornton. I don't need... I'm her father. Sir, we received a report of aggressive behavior. I need to see your identification. Behind them, Octavia stepped backward, away from Thornton, hand over her mouth, eyes wide. First time she'd moved independently since this started, putting distance between herself and his violence. This is insane. Sir, identification. Now, or we'll escalate this. Ted emerged from the corridor, walked to me without a word, handed me 3 boarding passes. Thornton saw this. No, you can't. Those are our seats. Oswald stared at his phone, refreshing his canceled boarding pass over and over, pulled out his phone to show his boarding pass like it was a golden ticket, watched his face when he refreshed, and it said, canceled. That's what schadenfreude looks like. Martinez spoke into her radio. We're going to need backup at Delta check-in. I checked my watch. 5:58. Boarding starts in 22 minutes. Bent down to Sophia. Ready for New York? She nodded, tears streaming but smiling. Behind us, Thornton's voice rose to a shout. The flight attendant smiled at Sophia pressed against the window. Traveling with Grandpa today? Just us. It's the best Christmas ever. Sophia breathed fog on the glass, drew a heart with her finger, wrote Grandpa inside. First smile I'd seen from her in weeks. I took a photo. Obadiah bounced in the middle seat. And a Broadway show? What's Broadway? I laughed. You'll see tomorrow, buddy. Sophia looked at me, quiet voice. Grandpa, thank you for taking us. There's nowhere else I'd rather be. Mom and Dad were being really mean. Let's not think about that right now. This is our trip. We checked into the Holiday Inn Midtown at 10. The room had a view of a brick wall. For $12,000, I got Broadway tickets I'd never use, and a brick wall. The wall was actually the best value. Rockefeller Center at noon. Obadiah stood before the tree, mouth open, grabbed my hand. It's real. It's actually real. Simple childhood wonder. After weeks of adult tension and whispered threats, he got to be 6 years old again. Hot chocolate at a cafe nearby. Children sat close, one on each side. Sophia leaned her head on my shoulder. Physical closeness they couldn't show around their parents. Obadiah ordered extra marshmallows. The barista gave him 11. I counted. The kid defeated Oswald's insurance scam with better negotiating skills than his father ever had. We walked through Times Square, saw a street performer dressed as Spider-Man, ate overpriced pizza, did everything tourists do. The children needed normal. They got it. Back at the hotel by 8:30. Both exhausted. Sophia sat on the edge of her bed, brushing her teeth in the bathroom mirror, legs swinging. She stopped mid-swing. Grandpa? Yes, sweetheart. Can I tell you something? Something I heard? I sat on my bed. Of course. What is it? She came out, sat beside me. Daddy told Mommy. He said when you die, they're going to sell your house. My chest tightened. Kept my voice neutral. When did you hear this? 2 weeks ago. I was getting water. They didn't know I was there. What else did they say? Mommy said, that's awful. We can't. But Daddy said, he won't know. He'll be gone. Did your mom agree? Sophia whispered. She cried. But she didn't say no. From the other bed, Obadiah piped up. I heard stuff too, about airplanes. What about airplanes? Grandpa Oswald, not you, the other grandpa. He talked about money from airplanes. Big money. My pulse quickened. When was this? Lots of times, in the garage. I was playing with my cars. Sophia frowned at him. Obadiah, you weren't supposed to be in the garage. They didn't see me. I was quiet like a mouse. What exactly did Oswald say about airplanes? He shrugged. Something about passengers getting hurt and insurance. I didn't understand. Do you remember anything else? Oh, I recorded it. I record everything on my tablet. My heart stopped. You recorded them? He dug in his backpack, pulled out his tablet. Proud smile. Uh-huh. See, I have this app. It's always on. Always on? How long? 3 months. Look, there's Daddy talking to Grandpa Oswald. There's another one. Can I listen to one? Sure, this one's good. They said bad words. He giggled, handed me the tablet. I pressed play. Background garage sounds. Tools. Someone moving something metal. Then voices. Oswald's voice. 3 claims this month. 2 went through, 1's pending. Thornton. How much? Oswald. 12 grand from United, 15 from Delta. Pending is Southwest, probably 20. Thornton. Jesus, that's 47,000. Oswald. Split 4 ways after my contact takes his cut. Still not bad for fake whiplash. Thornton laughed. And you're sure using Lester's credentials works? Oswald. Beautiful. Retired air traffic controller, perfect credibility. We file as concerned industry veteran reporting safety issues. Airlines pay out to avoid investigation. Thornton. He has no idea. Oswald. Keep it that way. When this trip happens, we'll have him out of town. Perfect timing for the big claims. The audio ended. My hand tightened on the tablet. Knuckles white. Replayed it. Then again. 3rd time I took notes on the hotel notepad. Obadiah, do you know what this means? He shook his head. Are they in trouble? Sophia understood more. They're doing something bad, aren't they? I told Obadiah he recorded everything. Everything. His teacher reading books, his mom making dinner, the cat meowing. The kid accidentally became an FBI surveillance operation. Best 6-year-old investigator in New York State. You did nothing wrong, both of you. But I need to keep this safe. Can Grandpa hold on to your tablet for a little while? Okay, don't delete my games. I won't. After they fell asleep, I went to the bathroom, closed the door, slid down the wall to the floor. For 60 seconds, I let myself feel it. The full weight of their betrayal. Not just the ticket. Not just Christmas. They were going to frame me for federal fraud. Then I stood, washed my face, looked at myself in the mirror. Time to work. Called Celeste Morrison. She answered on the second ring. Celeste, it's Lester. I need you now. Lester? It's 9 at night. Are you? I have evidence of insurance fraud, federal level, and they tried to frame me? Immediately alert. What kind of evidence? Audio recording. My grandson accidentally captured my son-in-law and his father discussing fake insurance claims using my credentials. Wholly okay. Okay. Don't touch the original file. Make copies. Multiple copies. Send one to me right now. Already done. Check your email. When did you get this? 20 minutes ago. I've listened 3 times. They mentioned specific airlines, amounts, and using my name. Lester, this is serious. Federal fraud, identity theft, conspiracy. We're talking years in prison for them. Good. But we need to be careful. If they realize you have this, they won't. I'm in Manhattan. They think I'm broken. How are the kids? Safe, with me, and they're staying with me. Called SIL next. Lester, you okay? I need your police contacts. Federal level if you have them. What have you got? Insurance fraud, aviation sector, recorded confession, multiple airlines affected. Low whistle. That's FBI territory. Maybe FAA. Can you make introductions? I can try. Send me what you have. Sending now. SIL, they were going to use my name. Frame me while I was out of town. Son of a bitch. Lester, you did the right thing keeping those kids away. I need this airtight. I need them buried. Give me until morning. I'll make calls. My phone buzzed at 10:47. Text from Octavia. Dad, I'm sorry. Another. I know you're angry. 5 minutes later. Thornton says if I don't do what he says, he'll take the kids from me. Another. I'm scared. I don't know what to do. Please answer. Please. 6 minutes. I didn't know about the fraud thing. I swear I didn't know. I waited until 11:15. Type back. The children are safe. That's all that matters right now. Response came immediately. Can I talk to them? They're asleep. We'll talk when I'm back in Buffalo. When? When I'm ready. Set the phone face down on the nightstand. Didn't look at it again. Outside the window, Times Square lights flashed red and gold. Christmas colors. Sophia and Obadiah slept in the other bed, Obadiah's arm over his sister. On the desk, that tablet sat charging. Screen dark. Inside, 3 months of recordings. 47 audio files total, I'd counted. Listened to 6 so far, each one worse than the last. United Airlines, Delta. Southwest, JetBlue. Names of passengers who never filed claims. Amounts adding up to 6 figures, maybe more. My phone buzzed again. Another text from Octavia. Didn't look. Instead, I pulled out the hotel notepad. Started writing names. Airlines. Dates. Amounts. Cross-referenced with my own work history at Buffalo Niagara. 40 years I worked there. I know every manager, every protocol, every weakness in the system. I know exactly who to call. But not tonight. Tonight, I'm letting them panic. Tomorrow, the net closes. December 26th. Flew home with the kids. Didn't announce our return. Guest rooms were ready. Fresh sheets. Sophia's favorite purple pillows. Obadiah's Spider-Man nightlight. Making them home, not temporary. Dining room table became command center. Laptop. Notepad with columns. Airlines, contacts. Dates called. Phone charger. Coffee pot relocated nearby. Called Celeste at noon. I'm filing emergency custody today. Within the hour. On what grounds? Dangerous parental behavior. Criminal investigation. Psychological harm to children. We have airport security reports of Thornton attempting to physically restrain Sophia. We have your granddaughter's statement about death threats and house seizure plans. We have audio evidence of federal fraud. Is it enough? For temporary custody? Absolutely. The airport incident alone is powerful. Security witnessed him trying to grab his child while she was screaming for you. What about Octavia? What about her? She's still their mother. She stood silent while her husband stole Christmas from her children and attempted to frame her father for federal crimes. She can petition for supervised visitation if she wants. I paused. Long moment. File it. You're sure this will destroy what's left of your relationship? She destroyed it at the airport. 2:47 p.m. Courthouse. Celeste handed papers to the clerk. Emergency petition stamped. Strategic timing. Then I started making calls. Charlie Brewster at United Airlines. Charlie, it's Lester Richardson from Buffalo, Niagara. Yes, long time. Listen, I wanted to give you a heads up about something. There's a consultant named Oswald Simmons making claims on behalf of passengers. Yes, insurance claims. I can't say much, but there's an investigation. Just thought you should know to flag any claims connected to that name. Marissa Chen at FAA Buffalo office. Marissa, this is Lester Richardson. Good, good. The kids are wonderful. Hey, I need to report something through unofficial channels first. There's an individual filing suspicious aviation safety complaints. Oswald Simmons. Yes, multiple airlines. I think he's using air traffic controller credentials for credibility. Mine, actually. Dennis O'Malley, union rep. Dennis, Lester Richardson, got a minute? I need the word to go out quietly. Anyone dealing with Oswald Simmons should proceed with extreme caution. Can't say yet, but it's serious. Federal level? No, protect the controllers. He's been using our credentials. 12 calls that first day. 15 the next. Each one 5 to 10 minutes. Polite. Concerned tone. After each call, check the name off my list. Methodical destruction. SIL called that evening. Audio files delivered to my contact at Buffalo PD. They recognized federal jurisdiction. FAA Office of Inspector General. Gets it tomorrow. Good. Lester, they're already nervous. Word travels fast in aviation. That's the point. December 27th, 9 a.m. Process server delivered papers to Thornton and Octavia. Thornton opened the door in his bathrobe. Read the first page. His face went white. I didn't see this. But Sil's friend, the one who lives on their street, told me about it later. By afternoon, Oswald's phone went silent. First day it rang constantly. Second day occasional. Third day, nothing. He actually called his own number from another phone to make sure it was working. It was. The problem was him. Thornton sat at his desk, refreshing email, watched bounce-backs from clients, opened his drawer, found business cards he just printed. $500 worth. Glossy. Embossed. Thornton Simmons, senior sales executive. They went in the trash 3 days later. That's $167 per day of usability. Worst investment since Enron. 10:15 a.m. Knock at my door. Looked through the peephole. Man in dark suit. Official looking. Open door partially. Chain still on. He held up a badge. Gold shield. FAA Office of Inspector General. I removed the chain. Opened fully. Mr. Richardson, I'm Agent Warren Castellano. FAA Office of Inspector General. May I come in? FAA, what's this about? He sat in my living room, declined coffee, pulled out a folder. We received an anonymous complaint December 16th regarding fraudulent insurance claims filed against multiple air carriers. Your name was mentioned as potential victim of identity theft. I calculated my surprise. Identity theft? I don't understand. Someone's been filing aviation insurance claims using credentials associated with your employment history at Buffalo Niagara International. The complaint included specific flight numbers and claim amounts. Who filed this complaint? Anonymous tip line. Digital submission, encrypted. We're trying to trace it. What do you need from me? First, confirm you didn't file these claims. Second, tell me who might have access to your employment information. I paused. I think I know who's responsible. And I have evidence. The FAA agent showed up while I was eating a bagel. He introduced himself while I had cream cheese on my nose. Even federal investigations can't escape bad timing. I offered him the other half. He declined. His loss. Good bagel. That afternoon, my phone lit up. Text between Thornton and Octavia. Thornton. 3 more cancellations. Something's wrong. Octavia. What do you mean? Thornton. My clients. They're dropping me. No explanation. Later. We got served papers. Custody petition. Thornton. What? Octavia. Emergency hearing, January 4th. Thornton. On what grounds? Octavia. Airport incident. Dangerous behavior. Criminal investigation. Thornton. Criminal what? What criminal investigation? I didn't respond to any of them. December 28th, 11:30 p.m. I was watching TV. Kids asleep upstairs. Headlights flooded the living room. Someone parking badly. Half on my lawn. Engine stayed running for 30 seconds. Then pounding on the door. Fist, then flat palm. Lester, open this door! Voice slurred. Raw. Sophia appeared at the top of the stairs, frightened. Go back to bed, sweetheart. Picked up my phone. Called 911. I need police. My son-in-law is drunk, on my property, threatening me. Children are in the house. Open up, you old bastard. The operator. Officers are on the way. Stay inside. I can hear you, Thornton shouted. You think you're so smart? You think you've won? Into the phone. Yes. Name is Thornton Simmons. Yes. He's my son-in-law. Kicking the door now. You haven't won. You're a nobody, a retired old man. Red and blue lights swept through the windows. Sirens. No, 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 no. Officer's voice outside. Sir, step away from the door. Hands where I can see them. They put Thornton in the back of the cruiser. Hands cuffed. Head down. He stopped yelling. Just stared through the window at my house, where lights glowed warm upstairs. His children, sleeping in someone else's house. Female officer asked if I wanted to press charges. For tonight? No. But keep the report. I'll need it for the custody hearing. She handed me an incident number. Thornton watched this exchange, saw me calmly talking to police while he sat in a cage. The cruiser pulled away. I closed the door. Locked it. Phone buzzed. Text from Celeste. Custody hearing moved up, January 2nd. Judge saw the arrest report. Another buzz. Unknown number. Mr. Richardson, this is Agent Castellano. Can you meet tomorrow? Bring all evidence. Type back. 10 a.m. Your office or mine? Response came fast. Yours. Bring the children too. We'll need their statements. Looked up the stairs where Sophia and Obadiah slept. Tomorrow they give statements to a federal agent. Walked to the dining room. Opened another manila folder. Inside, 47 audio files. Transcribed, 12 pages of documentation. A list of airlines affected. At the bottom, my own note. Who filed on December 16? Underlined it twice. Someone else is in this game. An ally I don't know I have. Morning after the arrest, I made pancakes for the kids. Burned one edge. Didn't notice until Sophia pointed at it. Grandpa, why were the police here last night? The spatula stopped mid-flip. Your dad made some bad choices. The police had to talk to him. Is he in jail? No, sweetheart. He went home. Obadiah. Then why did they have those lights? Good question. Didn't have a good answer. My phone buzzed at 7:23. Thornton. You destroyed my life. Another. Cost me my job, my reputation, my kids. Lawsuit coming. You'll lose everything. That house? Gone. Your pension? Gone. You picked the wrong fight, old man. Set the phone down harder than necessary. Walked to the sink. Gripped the edge for 10 seconds. Mrs. Chen from across the street waved awkwardly through her kitchen window. Saw the police lights last night. This morning she waved like I was returning from vacation. Awkward little finger wave. I waved back. We both pretended flashing cruisers at midnight are totally normal. 2 p.m. doorbell. Process server. Official papers. Stood in my hallway reading. Didn't move for 5 minutes. Defamation lawsuit. Oswald Simmons versus Lester Richardson. Claiming I spread malicious lies that destroyed his business reputation. $250,000 in damages. Drove to Celeste's office at 3. She slid papers across her desk. Oswald hired Marcus Brennan. Should I know that name? $800 an hour defamation specialist. Won the Harrington case last year. $50 million verdict. Against who? A newspaper. Oswald's claiming you maliciously destroyed his business through false statements. But I have proof. Doesn't matter for this kind of suit. He's not claiming you lied. He's claiming you damaged him regardless of truth. It's a nuisance suit designed to drain your resources. How much? To defend? 50 to 75,000, maybe more if it goes to trial. Long silence. I don't have that. You have the house? The house is for the kids, for Sophia and Obadiah's future. Then we need to end this fast. The FAA investigation is our best weapon. How long until that pays off? Federal cases? Could be months, could be a year. I can't fight a legal battle for a year. Sat in my car after. Engine off. Temperature dropping. Didn't turn the heat on. Just sat. 6 p.m. Kids doing homework upstairs. I sat on the couch. Remote in hand. Thumb on power button. Didn't press. Got my notepad. Started writing numbers. Lawyer fees. Custody costs. Potential lawsuit loss. House value. Retirement accounts. Crossed out numbers. Rewrote them. The page filled with calculations leading nowhere good. Removed my glasses. Pinched the bridge of my nose. When I opened my eyes, vision blurred. Didn't know if it was pressure or tears. Pulled out my phone. Typed to Celeste. Can we settle? Stared at it. Deleted it. Retyped. What are my options? Stared. Deleted. Set phone down. Picked it up. Set it down. Talked to myself. Empty room. 12,000 for tickets. Now 75,000 for lawyers. $87,000. For what? Pride. Pause. They betrayed you. They tried to frame you. Stood. Paced. But the kids are safe. You won that. Maybe that's enough. Stopped at the window. Maybe I went too far. 9 p.m. Firm knock at the door. 3 precise raps. Military knock. Looked through peephole. Froze. Opened the door. Isadora stood there in army jacket, duffel over shoulder. Dad? Isadora? What are you... How did you... She stepped inside. Emergency leave. Flew into JFK 3 hours ago. Drove straight here. You didn't have to... Yes, I did? Where are my niece and nephew? Upstairs. Asleep. Her voice hardened. And where's Thornton? Released on bail. Sent threatening text this morning. Show me. I showed her the phone. She read, jaw tightening. Okay. Where's Octavia? Her house. Amherst. Haven't spoken to her since New York. Good, keep it that way. What about the lawsuit? How do you know about... I know everything, Dad. That's why I'm here. We hugged. First time my posture relaxed in days. She's taller than me, military fit, smells like airplane and mint gum. She held me tight. I'm here, Dad. I'm here. She dropped the duffel. It hit my floor with a thud like it contained either evidence or a body. She opened it. Evidence. Barely different. Pulled out a laptop, military-grade encryption. Opened folders. Thornton investigation. Oswald Financial. Insurance fraud evidence. All dated September through December 2024. Celeste said someone filed an anonymous FAA report December 16th. She looked at me. That was me. What? I filed it. From Ramstein Air Base. Encrypted military channels. I stood. You... How did you... Octavia called me in September. Middle of the night, her time, crying. Said something was wrong but couldn't talk. Thornton was listening. September? 3 months ago. I started investigating the next day. Used some resources. Found Thornton's bank accounts. Oswald's business transactions. Insurance claims filed in your name. I sat heavily. In my name? 17 separate claims. Your credentials. Your employment history. Your signature. Forged. They've been doing this for 8 months. Why didn't you tell me? Because I needed proof that would hold up federally, and because I needed Thornton to reveal himself completely. The Christmas trip. I knew he'd make a move. I was ready. You let them betray me at the airport? She leaned forward. No. I gave them rope. They hanged themselves. Everything you did, taking the kids, the calls to your contacts, the custody petition, that was improvisation. Beautiful improvisation. But I laid the groundwork. The FAA investigation was already underway when you discovered Obadiah's recordings. Those recordings are fantastic evidence, but I'd already built the case. I sent them bank statements, forged documents, flight manifests, claim histories. My voice came out soft. You've been protecting me. Always. You're my father. And they tried to destroy you. The phone rang. Agent Castellano. I put it on speaker. Isadora leaned close. Mr. Richardson? Agent Castellano. Agent. We've secured a warrant for Oswald Simmons' residence. Tomorrow, 10 a.m. Isadora spoke toward the phone. What will you be searching for? Who's this? Major Isadora Richardson, U.S. Army Medical Corps. I filed the December 16th complaint. Pause. Ah, the encrypted submission, military channels. Correct. We've been trying to identify you. Now you have. What are you searching for? Documents related to fraudulent insurance claims, computer equipment, financial records. Based on your initial report and subsequent evidence, we believe Mr. Simmons has filed approximately 47 fraudulent claims totaling over $300,000. 300,000? Conservative estimate. Could be more. Mr. Richardson, as the primary victim of identity theft, you're invited to observe the search. Major Richardson, your presence would also be valuable. Isadora, we'll be there. 10 a.m. sharp. And Mr. Richardson, that defamation suit filed against you today? You know about that. We know everything. It's a desperate move. Once we execute this warrant, that suit becomes irrelevant. You'll be a federal witness, not a defendant. I exhaled. Thank you. After he hung up, we sat in silence for 30 seconds. We should get some sleep. Tomorrow's going to be long. I nodded but didn't move. Isadora? She looked at me. Thank you for... gestured at the laptop, at everything. For protecting me when I didn't know I needed it. She smiled. Rare for her. Genuine. That's what family does, Dad. Real family. Emphasis on real. We both knew who she meant. My phone buzzed. Celeste. Castellano called me. Search warrant approved. That defamation suit is dead. Get some rest. Another buzz. Unknown number. Mr. Richardson, Oswald Simmons. We need to talk. Please. Before tomorrow. I can explain everything. Showed it to Isadora. She read it. Snorted. Desperation. He knows what they'll find tomorrow. I deleted it. Blocked the number. I'm done talking. 10 a.m. 3 FAA agents plus Agent Castellano pulled up to Oswald's house. 2 FBI agents. 1 local PD officer. We sat across the street in my Honda. Isadora had binoculars. Military habit. Castellano knocked. Held up the warrant. Oswald opened the door in a bathrobe. Tried to close it. Agent's foot blocked it. Mr. Simmons, we have a warrant. Step aside. Oswald tried arguing. Couldn't hear the words. Saw the body language. Hands up. Defensive. Agent pointing at warrant, then at door. Professional. Not aggressive. Just inevitable. Oswald stepped aside. 6 agents entered. 2 carried empty file boxes. 3 agents in the office, Isadora reported. 2 in living room. 1 standing with Oswald. What are they doing? Photographing everything. Bagging documents. Standard evidence collection. Through the front window, camera flashes. 1 agent at Oswald's computer. Another photographing papers on the desk. First evidence box came out at 10:47. Agent carried it carefully to their vehicle. Second box at 11:03. Third at 11:15. I counted them. Isadora photographed them. 1 agent emerged holding an external hard drive like it was radioactive. Sealed in evidence bag, labeled, photographed. 12:27. Thornton's BMW screeched up. Parked half on the lawn. Left door open, engine running. Ran toward the house. Agent intercepted him at the door. Showed him the warrant. Thornton read it, face going white. Agent stepped aside. Let him enter. Through the windows, Thornton found Oswald in the living room. Pointed at his father. Oswald stood, yelled back. Voices carried through open windows. Told me it was safe. No risk. Needed the money. Your idea to use Lester. My idea? You're the one who... Agent's calm voice. Gentlemen, you're both making statements without counsel present. I don't need counsel. He's the criminal. I'm the criminal? You signed half these documents. 20 minutes of this. Agents writing notes, recording everything. Then Thornton separated from Oswald. Walked to Castellano. Spoke quietly. Oswald watched. His face. Disbelief. Horror. Hatred. Castellano pulled out his phone. Called someone. 20-minute conversation. Thornton paced. Wouldn't look at his father. Oswald stared at him the entire time. Castellano produced papers. Cooperation agreement. Thornton signed without reading. 3 copies. His hand shook, but he signed. After Thornton signed, Oswald sat heavily on the couch. Put his face in his hands. Shoulders shaking. Agents gave him space. 1 photographed him. Evidence of mental state. He didn't move for 15 minutes. Just sat there while agents worked around him. He looked smaller than I remember, I said. That's defeat. It shrinks people. He tried to destroy me, frame me, steal from me. I know. So why do I feel not good, not bad, just empty? Because revenge doesn't feel like the movies. It feels like watching someone else's life end. Is that normal? I think it means you're a good person, Dad, even when they weren't. One agent called from the office. Got something here. Computer desktop. What is it? Excel file. Name, Secret Projects XLSX. Secret Projects on the desktop. It's a full ledger. Dates, airlines, amounts, percentages. Everything. Pause. They kept it on the desktop. Welcome to federal fraud investigation. Nobody said criminals were smart. I looked at Isadora. I joked about an Excel file. I actually joked about it. Reality is often dumber than fiction. 1:30 p.m. Mercedes pulled up. Expensive car, expensive suit. Marcus Brennan. Where's my client? Mr. Simmons has been arrested. He's being processed. On what charges? Wire fraud, mail fraud, identity theft, federal charges. I need to see the warrant. His son just agreed to cooperate fully against him. Your client's testimony is irrelevant. His son? Yes. Complete cooperation agreement. Brennan paused, turned, walked back to his Mercedes. $800 an hour? I said. 5-minute conversation. He earned more walking to his car than I make in an hour. Castellano approached Oswald, spoke quietly. Oswald stood slowly, turned, hands behind back, accepted handcuffs without resistance. When they put him in the police car, I turned my head, looked out the opposite window. Didn't watch that part. Isadora noticed, said nothing. Her phone rang. Octavia. She looked at me. I shook my head. She answered. Octavia. One-sided conversation. No, I don't. That's not my decision. Ask him yourself. Octavia, you made choices. The custody hearing is January 2nd. Bring a lawyer. Hung up. She's crying. Says she didn't know. Says Thornton lied to her. What do you think? I think she knew enough to choose him over you. That's enough. 2 p.m. 9 evidence boxes total, loaded into vehicles, plus computer, hard drives, filing cabinets, 7 neighbors on the street, more in windows, someone filming on a phone, Mrs. Patterson filming vertical video. If you're going to document your neighbor's federal arrest, at least hold the phone horizontally. I started the car, pulled away slowly. In the rear view, Oswald's house, door still open, agents still inside. Feeling okay? Ask me tomorrow. We drove in silence. My phone buzzed. Celeste. Defamation suit withdrawn. Oswald's lawyer just filed notice. You're clear. Castellano. Mr. Richardson, thank you for your cooperation. We'll need your formal statement next week. You're a federal witness now. Protected status. SIL. Saw the news. It's over, Les. You won. Read them all. Didn't respond. Dad? If I won, why doesn't it feel like winning? No answer. Parked in my driveway. Sat without moving. Want me to make coffee? Yeah, coffee would be good. Inside, Sophia and Obadiah watching TV, laughing at cartoons. Safe. Home. That's the win. Not Oswald in cuffs. Not Thornton's betrayal. Not 340,000 in evidence boxes. Those 2 kids, laughing. That's what I fought for. Worth it. Buffalo News landed on my doorstep January 12th, my face on the front page. Retired air traffic controller exposes aviation insurance fraud. Stood on the porch reading, coffee in other hand going cold. Forgot I was holding it. Phone started ringing at 7. Former colleagues, neighbors, people I hadn't talked to in years. Eventually stopped answering. Put the phone in a drawer. Closed it. By noon, I'd received 43 text messages. Sentencing was January 10th. Federal courthouse downtown. Judge Marissa Holbrook presiding. Sat in the gallery with Isadora. Oswald shuffled in, wearing orange jumpsuit. Looked smaller than I remembered. Shrunken somehow. Thornton arrived in a suit. Kept his eyes on the floor the entire time. Judge read the sentences. 7 years federal prison for Oswald. All assets forfeited. House, cars, bank accounts. Thornton got 3 years probation and $80,000 restitution. His cooperation deal. $500 monthly. Would take 13 years to pay off. Probably doesn't have it. Oswald showed no reaction, just accepted it. Thornton flinched at the dollar amount. Outside, cameras waited. I kept walking. Isadora ran interference. Military bearing, clearing a path. Didn't stop for questions. Mrs. Chen knocked on my door that afternoon. Brought her laptop. We wanted to help. GoFundMe page. Legal Defense Fund for Lester Richardson. $18,432.17. Stared at the screen. I don't know what to say. Just say you'll accept it. Scrolled through donor comments. Neighbors, former coworkers, people I'd never met. One comment, from an air traffic controller in Seattle. We take care of our own. My throat tightened. Mrs. Chen created a GoFundMe. In 3 days, it raised $18,000. Mrs. Chen, who still types with 2 fingers and calls every website the Google, successfully crowdfunded my legal defense. Meanwhile, Oswald and Thornton ran an 8-month fraud scheme and got caught because of an Excel file named Secret Projects. Technology is weird. Buffalo News reporter wanted an interview. Janet Kowalski. Met her at a coffee shop on Elmwood. She had a recorder, notebook. I ordered coffee. Didn't touch it. Mr. Richardson, when did you first realize something was wrong? At the airport, December 23rd, when my son-in-law told me they'd given my ticket away. That must have been shocking. I spent $12,000 on that trip, for my family, to find out they... Paused. Yes, shocking. The investigation revealed you were a victim of identity theft. They were using your credentials for 8 months, filing false insurance claims, using my name, my career, my reputation, without my knowledge. How did that make you feel? Long pause. Betrayed? By people I trusted, people I loved. Your grandchildren are staying with you now? Yes. Sophia's 8. Obadiah's 6. They're good kids. They didn't ask for any of this. Photographer wanted a picture. Asked me to hold a model airplane. Chose the Boeing 737 from 1987. The flight I saved. Held it carefully while the flash went off. After, Janet shook my hand. You're a good man, Mr. Richardson. Nodded. Didn't feel like a good man. Just a tired man. Article ran January 12th. Comments sections filled up. Facebook groups. Local forums. Overwhelming support. But some comments were harsh toward Octavia. How could a mother... Reading those troubled me despite everything. January 15th, evening. Doorbell rang. Looked through peephole. Octavia on my porch. Smaller somehow. Thinner. Hair needed cutting. She hugged herself against the cold. My hand on the knob. Paused. Deep breath. Opened the door slowly. We looked at each other for 5 full seconds. She broke first. Hi, Dad. Octavia, can I come in, please? Long pause. 5 minutes. Inside, I sat in my usual chair. She took the couch, where she used to sit for Sunday dinners. Neither of us acknowledged this. Dad, I'm so sorry. I was wrong. I was weak. I let Thornton... Let him? You agreed. You stood there and nodded. I was scared. He said if I didn't do what he wanted, he'd take the kids, file for custody, leave me with nothing. So you chose him. I chose to survive. You chose wrong. You put your children through that. You stood in that airport and let him humiliate me. Let him steal Christmas from your kids. She cried. Quiet tears. I know I did. I replay it every night. I see Sophia crying for you. I see Obadiah confused. I see your face. What did my face look like? Whisper. Destroyed. And you still walked away. Because I'm a coward. I'm weak. I'm everything you think I am. I don't know what I think. I look at you and I see my daughter. But I also see the woman who betrayed me. Can you forgive me? Ever? Long silence. I don't know. Maybe. But I can't forget. And I can't trust you. Not with them. What if I prove I've changed? I'm leaving Thornton. Divorce filed. I'm starting therapy. Looking for work. Good. You should do those things. For yourself. Not for me. Can I see them? The kids? That's not my decision alone. There's a custody arrangement. Court ordered. But you have influence? You could. I could. But why should I? She looked down. Because I'm their mother. You were their mother at the airport, too. Didn't stop you then? Footsteps on the stairs. Sophia's voice. Mom! Octavia stood. Hi, baby. Sophia ran down, launched herself. Mom! You're here! Octavia caught her, buried her face in Sophia's hair, shoulders shaking. Obadiah appeared on the 3rd step. Mommy? Hi, Obadiah. Come here, honey. He hesitated. Are you taking us home? Octavia glanced at me. No, baby. You're staying with Grandpa. Sophia pulled back. But we can see you? I hope so, if Grandpa says it's okay. Sophia turned to me. Grandpa, we can see Mom, right? Please? I looked at Octavia, not Sophia. Supervised. My house. Limited hours. Thank you. Can we live with you forever, Grandpa? Sophia asked. We'll see, sweetheart. Let's take it one day at a time. Obadiah, quiet. I like living here. Grandpa makes good pancakes. Later, at the door, Octavia hugged the kids goodbye. I love you both. So much. Love you too, Mom. Obadiah's small voice. Love you. She turned to me. I'll call. About visitation schedule. Talk to Celeste. She's handling the arrangements. You won't even... No, I won't. Not yet. She nodded. I understand. Do you? Do you understand that you destroyed something that can't be repaired? Tears. Yes, I do. Then we understand each other. Dad, good night, Octavia. Closed the door. Not slammed. Just closed. Stood there, forehead against it, for 10 seconds. Behind me, Sophia. Is Mom going to be okay? Turned. I think so, sweetheart. Eventually. Are you okay, Grandpa? I will be. Walked to my chair. Picked up the newspaper with my face on it. Read the headline again. Set it down. Looked at my model aircraft collection. 40 years of work. Retirement that was supposed to be peaceful. Now, raising grandchildren at 68. Didn't regret it. Couldn't regret protecting them. But the cost, Octavia's broken voice, her tears, the way Obadiah hesitated on those stairs, that cost was real. Victory doesn't erase it. Justice doesn't heal it. Time might. Maybe. Turned off the light, headed upstairs to check on the kids. That's what matters now. Just 2 kids sleeping safely. If that's what winning looks like, I'll take it. But it doesn't feel like the movies said it would. March 2025. New normal established. Sophia and Obadiah enrolled in school near my house. Morning routine. Breakfast. Backpacks checked. Permission slips signed. Drive them in my Honda. Guest rooms became permanent. Sophia's purple everything, pop stars I don't recognize. Obadiah's superheroes, Lego structures, model aircraft I gave him. Not visiting, living. Bathroom cabinet told the story. Kids' toothbrushes beside my blood pressure medication. Old man and young kids. Parallel needs. Met Octavia at Tim Hortons that month. Neutral ground. She arrived in clearance rack clothes. Hair in simple ponytail. Lost 15 pounds. Stress weight, not healthy weight. Put folder on table. Job offer letter. Therapy appointment card. Divorce filing. Apartment lease. I read each document slowly. Pulled out printed schedule I'd prepared. Handed it to her. Saturdays. 10 to 4. My house. I'm present the entire time. She nodded. I'll take what I can get. One more thing. You walk away again in any way for any reason, you don't get a third chance. This is it. I understand. First visitation is this Saturday. 10 a.m. Don't be late. I won't. I promise. Dad, don't call me that yet. Give it time. By June, visitation had a rhythm. She'd pull up at 10, bring snacks. Gummy bears for Obadiah, apple slices for Sophia. Kids played in the backyard I'd added a swing set to. She pushed them, laughed too loud, trying too hard. I sat on the porch. Coffee, book unread in lap, watching. Once Sophia fell. Minor scrape. I was there with first aid before Octavia moved. Sorry, I should have. It's fine, I've got it. At 4, she'd hug them goodbye. Obadiah. Do you have to go? Her voice breaking. Yes, honey, but I'll see you next week. She'd mouth, thank you to me from her car. I'd nod, didn't smile, but nodded. Isadora stayed through February. Returned to Germany in March. Calls weekly. Told me once, if you want to rebuild with her, that's your choice. I won't participate. Doctor's appointment in April. Blood pressure's 145 over 95. You need medication and less stress. Laughed without humor. I'm raising 2 kids at 68. Stress is my baseline now. Looked in the mirror one morning. Gray hair increased. Bags under eyes. When did I get so old? Kids calling from downstairs snapped me back. September brought mail from FCI Allenwood. Prison return address, Thornton Simmons. Stood at trash can. Almost threw it away unopened. Decided to open. Needed to know. 1 page. Standard prison stationery. Read it standing. Read again sitting. His words, Congratulations, Lester. You won. My father's in prison. I'm broke. My marriage is over. And your daughter, she's destroyed. You think she'll recover? She won't. I broke her. That guilt will eat her alive. Even if you forgive her, she'll never forgive herself. You won the battle, but you lost her. Forever. Folded it, put it in an envelope, sat staring at nothing. Got up, walked to trash, dropped it in, paused, reached in, took it out, read one more time. She'll never be who she was. Put it back in trash. This time left it there. Later, in bed, couldn't sleep, his words circling. Is it true? Did I save Octavia or just watch her die? Talked to myself in the dark. She's not destroyed. She's changed. Different. But maybe better. Maybe stronger. Maybe... Paused. Maybe I'm lying to myself. Then, some things worth saving, even if they're not the same after. December the 25th approached. Christmas. Isadora flew in from Germany. Army t-shirt and jeans. Duffel bag that thuds when it hits the floor. Octavia arrived Christmas Eve morning. Nervous. Brought gifts wrapped in dollar store paper. Tape everywhere. She used to pay people to wrap gifts. Kids ripped into them like wrapping paper was free. Best part? She got Sophia exactly what she wanted. How'd she know? She asked. Novel concept. Talking to your children. 7-foot tree in the corner. Real tree. Where it always goes. 5 people decorating. Should be 6. Thornton's absence obvious, unspoken. I climbed the ladder, hanging high ornaments. Isadora handed them up. Octavia stood to the side, holding a box, unsure of her role. Sophia took charge. Grandpa, the star goes on top. Aunt Izzy, can you help him? Mom, can you help Obadiah with the low branches? Assigning roles. Building family. Octavia approached with an ornament. Hand shook slightly. Hung it. Stepped back quickly. I noticed. Said nothing. Added new model to my collection. Boeing 737. Vintage 1987. Sophia. What's that one, Grandpa? Flight. I worked in 1987. Hydraulic failure. Talked the pilot through emergency landing. All 143 passengers safe. Held the model. Some things are worth saving. Said it to myself, but loud enough others heard. What, Grandpa? Smiled. Nothing, sweetheart. Nothing. Isadora and Octavia kept distance. Ice between them. Sophia and Obadiah bridged gaps adults couldn't. Not perfect. Not healed. But together. Octavia started to leave after decorating. I should go? Let you all enjoy the evening. You don't have to. I paused. The kids would like you to stay for dinner. Surprise on her face. Are you sure? No, but they're sure. So, dinner at 6, if you want. Tears forming. I want. Thank you. Don't thank me. Thank them. They're the ones who still believe in you. Do you? Believe in me? Long pause. I'm trying to. That's the best I can do right now. That's more than I deserve. Maybe. But it's Christmas. Season of grace. Or something like that. Small smile from both. First shared smile in a year. 5 people around the Christmas tree. Lights glowing. Isadora and Octavia not looking at each other. Kids laughing, hanging tinsel. I sat in my chair, watching. Not the Christmas I imagined a year ago. Not the family I had. But a family. Changed, broken then repaired imperfectly, trying. Sophia helped Obadiah with ornament. Isadora watched protectively. Octavia stayed on the periphery but present. This broken thing I'm trying to save. Worth it? I think so. Most days anyway. Today, definitely. Stood. Joined them at the tree. Tomorrow will bring its own challenges. Tonight, we decorate together. That's victory. Not the kind that feels triumphant. The kind that feels like surviving. Like rebuilding. Like moving forward even when you can't forget backward. And maybe, possibly, eventually, like healing. If you like this story, please like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share your impressions of this story in the comments. To listen to the next story, click on the box on the left. Thank you for watching.